Okay, here we go. 2013 Ford Fusion Hybrid. Customer's father did front pads and rotors. After the fact, dash lit up like a Christmas tree. Warning light, warning light, warning lights everywhere. Information warning lights. Let's go to the scan tool, see what we've got going on. IDS. Here's our code C102B 0068. What does that mean? Secondary circuit pressure lower than primary. What does that mean? They split the system diagonally. Right front's connected to the left rear. Left front's connected to the right rear. In the event of an open brake line, loss of hydraulic pressure on one of the front brakes, you don't lose both front brakes. Set up that way on most front wheel drive vehicles going back a long time, not just hybrids, but that's what they're referring to. So secondary is going to be one of those circuits, and what it's saying is that secondary circuit, which happens to be the right front and the left rear brake, has a lower pressure, lower circuit pressure than the primary. They should match when you apply the brake pedal. You should apply the same amount of pressure to both sides. But if you have air in the system, that's not going to be the case. So let's look at our data stream here, and the ones I wanted to pay attention to are right front brake pressure and left front brake pressure. Those are the only ones that they give you as far as the circuits, but this is going to be our secondary circuit. And you can already see there's a difference about 30 kPa, kilopascals. The code set criteria is they need to be within 10% of each other. I'm going to apply the brake pedal here. So if we take a look here, there's a significant difference in pressure between the left and the right. So 5.3 megapascals and only 400 kilopascals. And you can see on the graph there's obviously an issue. We are applying some pressure to that right side. I did find if I pump the pedal a few times, we can get up there. We're at megapascals now, but they still don't match. Actually, they're pretty close there. If I pump it enough, they will match. But that initial pump is what the computer is setting the code for. So what we need to do is go through the bleed procedure on this, which is a bit complicated, and you do need a scan tool, but I'm going to walk you through that. That'll be the next part of it. All right, so the next part of this is we're going to do the ABS service bleed. So we go into chassis, braking, and service routine. And our ignition switch is on. And we're going to go to ABS service bleed. We do this before our manual bleeding procedure. Alright, so you do the manual bleeding after. There's a few steps to that, but it's not too far off from a normal manual bleed. So we're going to apply our parking brake, which we've already done. Right there, electric parking brake on the rear calipers. Now I'm going to press the pedal. Release the pedal. Ensure that you are not pressing the brake pedal. And it goes through this a few times. To press and hold the pedal. It's going through some self-checks right now. Release the pedal. I don't know if you can hear that. ABS pump's running. To press and hold the brake pedal. Release the brake pedal. I'm going to get a calf workout here. Press the ABS pump again. Depress the brake pedal. I am pushing this pedal down as far as it'll let me. Operation was successful. Alright, so now what we do is the manual service bleed, and then we'll run that multi-calibration routine that goes through and does a few more self-checks. That'll be the next part. Okay, so I performed the manual bleeding. Just had to do the right front and the left rear. The air came out of the left rear caliper, actually. So now we're going to go with the multi-calibration routine. So, perform this procedure after the workshop manual service bleed procedure is complete, which we did. Vehicle is in park. Yep. Battery voltage. We perform the bleed procedure. Brake must not be applied during this process. Brake system must be configured prior to the start of this test, which we did. It's actually applying the pedal there. I didn't touch it. And we wait. Operation has been successful. Alright, so now we're going to exit out of here. Turn the key on. And we're going to go back in to our brake pressures. Now they are a little off here, but as the pedal applies, you can see that those are matching up pretty darn closely now, which is what we wanted to see in the first place, and we were not. So I'm going to go test drive this, verify that none of the lights come back on, but hopefully that should be it.